Hey everyone, it's Bonnie from Bad Witch Studio. Today's going to be more of a personal vlog. I've had some stuff going on in my life that I feel like talking about, so I'm going to do that while I work on prints. But yeah, thank you for being here. Honestly, it kind of feels like my life has just been crashing around recently. I about a year ago decided to leave an industry job that I loved because I wanted to have weekends to focus on my art and do more markets and stuff like that. I was pretty happy. I'd never worked from home before, so that was new and exciting. The more months that I spent kind of just like isolated in my house alone, I started to get kind of sad about it. And, I felt like I wasn't really in the community anymore. Um, but I was still doing art stuff. I was doing markets. I was selling my art through a store that I really loved. Maybe like 2 months ago at this point, I decided, you know what? I'm going to give up my corporate job and I'm going to go back into the serving industry and work at a restaurant because that always made me happy. So I'm doing all of this. And at the same time, I have a weekly market that I attend downtown. Lovely people. It's never like great money, but more than anything, it's once a week where I get to put aside to hang out with other artists and just go be outside and be in my community. So I found a job that I loved at a local restaurant, and I applied and quit my job, started there. And it was a lot of fun. But almost as soon as I started, the consignment shop that I was selling through unfortunately closed down. And I was really sad about it. One, because it was my only consignment shop, but more than anything, because it was my friend's shop and I know how hard she had worked on it. So it was really sad to see it go. So I thought, okay, we'll pivot, we'll figure something out. About a week later, the place where I'm doing my weekly markets, that business closed down. And I was pretty sad about that as well. Like, again, it's not like a huge financial loss, but it is a financial loss. And it's that loss of, having that community on a almost weekly basis. So while I'm trying to figure all of this stuff out, they call a meeting at the place that I work and tell us that the restaurant is closing in 3 weeks. I was like, okay. One thing closing, I feel like it's normal. Businesses close all the time. Twice could be a coincidence because again, businesses close all the time. 3 times within a month felt personal. Not even gonna lie. I know it's not about me. It's these businesses are going through their own things. It's not about me. But it felt like it was. you know I was so upset because like I just got back into the industry. I have a place that I love, and then immediately they're like, no, sorry, we're closing. I'm just talking to my camera. It's okay. There's nobody else here. It's just me. You can come sit next to me if you want. Here we go. That's a good boy. Move these down a bit. But yeah, so I got home after work and my partner was already home, and he asked me, how was your day? Are you all right? And I just started crying. Sometimes that's all you can really do is just cry about it, and I needed to cry about it. I was so upset about again, it felt like getting slapped not once but 3 times in a row. And I didn't know what to do because literally within a month of each other, I had lost all of my streams of income, all of my consistent ones at least. So I didn't really know what to do. So I took my time, I did my grieving, and I started thinking. And my initial thought was, well, there's lots of restaurants in town. We have more bars than we have people. I can find work again. But I thought about it more. And, again, like I said, I know it's not personal. It has nothing to do with me, but sometimes those things can still feel personal. So I thought about it really hard, and I'm like, well, I haven't really taken a break from work since like 2020, aside from when I moved, and that wasn't really a break because I was, looking for work the entire time. Maybe I don't need to just jump back into a job just to have a job. My finances are in order. I have enough in my savings account that I will be okay if I don't work for a bit. So I thought about it a little bit more. I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to take at least a month off of work just to figure things out, just to see if there's another avenue that I should be exploring, because that's what it feels like the universe is trying to tell me. So I made that decision. Everybody needs to take time when they can. It's very important. And so a lot of people were really happy for me. Last week was the last week at my job, and it was my final shift, and I was getting ready, doing my morning routine, pulling my tarot cards like I usually do. And, I asked the cards, I'm like, what theme should I keep in mind today? And I pulled the Tower, which is one of my favorite cards. I love the Tower. I think it's a very important card. And in this sense, it felt very literal. Because, I'm asking like, oh, what's my theme? What should I keep in mind today? And the Tower is about structures crumbling. And I realized that, this card pulling on this specific day, it's literal structures in my life that are coming down, not just metaphorical, but actual buildings and structures that are coming down for no reason, no fault of my own. But yeah, so after I did some journaling, I kind of thought about it. I'm like, okay, well, what's my next step? And the more that I thought about the card and the meaning and all of these places that are coming down, I realized that the meaning of the Tower wasn't literally just about these structures crumbling, but it's about I'm relying on other businesses staying open to make money. Essentially, those are my only consistent streams of income at the moment, were these three places, these three businesses that I essentially was working for. So I did a little more searching. I looked online, read some articles. I thought about it. I'm like, okay, well, and that means my next step to kind of rebuild after this grand crumbling of my life and my finances is to just spend more time focusing on things that I can control. My website, my online store, my newsletter, my YouTube account, and just spending more time nurturing these things so that they can become financially consistent. Even if I never actually make money from YouTube, it's a way that I can use to promote my other things. Again, like my newsletter and my online store, which is, what I want to be doing anyways. Yeah, just trying to build up this part of my business to be the most financially stable so that if other things around me do crumble, I'm not left in the dust like I am at the moment. On the upsides of that, I do have some great markets coming up that I'm very excited about. I have 2 pieces in a gallery right now, so I can be grateful and happy for that, as well as more things happening not only this month, but this year. So good things are still coming, but I'm just, trying to figure out online presence and how to market myself and how to reach my target audience and all of these things while, also creating art, which is the foundation of my business. And yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's a little hectic, and not gonna lie, it's kind of scary. I have never really been one to like share my life or my thoughts online. So this right here is kind of terrifying for me, but I'm doing it because I know that it's something that I need to do. And especially for artists, kind of sharing those parts of yourself. So that's what we're working on right now. So yes, everything has fallen apart for me, but well, at least financially, everything has fallen apart for me. But that's okay, because I will find a way through it. I will figure it out. And I will try to be more open about how I'm feeling. But again, as you can see probably from my face and my voice, that it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But I'm trying. And ultimately, that's what really matters, is just trying. But yeah, thanks for hanging out while I ramble and make these adorable prints. That will be in my online shop on August 1st. So I'm doing a big drop for llamas, and I'm really excited about it. I've got some really great things coming. Yeah, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you liked the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, I also have a newsletter if that is something that you're interested in. Other than that, I also have Ko-fi, which is just a place to receive donations if you feel so kind as to donate something to me so that I can keep focusing 100% full time as an artist. Yeah, thank you so much for being here and listening to me ramble, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.